Hey guys, it's your girl Meggie Liz, and welcome to the Wednesday vlog. For this week's video, I'm going to be doing kind of like what I did last week, but this is my top 5 favorite Adult Swim cartoons. Last week, I did my top 5 favorite cartoons, and I'm going to leave the link to that video in the bio so you can go check it out. But let's just get right on to the countdown, starting with my 5th favorite Adult Swim cartoon. Number 5, Family Guy. Most people have heard of this cartoon. Basically, Peter gets into trouble all the time and he's accompanied by his two amazing friends, Quagmire and Joe. Or if you watch some of their early episodes, there's also Cleveland. And then there's his family, who consists of his wife Lois, his daughter Meg, which everybody hates, um, his son Chris, his other son Stewie, and then their dog Brian. And it's just a very fun episode. Not episode. um, Show, sorry. But yeah, like, it's a very fun show, and if you've never seen it, then I don't know where you've been, because it's been on since 1999, I think was the first episode. But it is still a great show, so yeah, if you've never checked it out, you probably should, because everybody knows of that show. So let's move on to my number 4. My number 4 spot has to go to American Dad. So this show consists of Steve, Stan, Francine, Haley, Klaus, and Roger. So basically, Stan and Francine are married. They have 2 kids, Steve and Haley. And then there's a talking fish, Klaus, who everybody seems to hate. He's German. You definitely will be able to tell whenever he starts talking. He makes a lot of German puns. And then there's Roger, who's an alien, who Stan basically ended up letting them live there because Roger actually saved Stan's life. And it's a very interesting show. It's kind of like Family Guy, but it's a little bit different. And if you've never checked it out, you probably should. And yeah, let's move on to my number 3. My number 3 spot has to go to Bob's Burger. To be honest, I hated this show when it first started because I thought it was so stupid. But it's actually very entertaining once you start watching it. I actually didn't really start actually watching it until probably a couple weeks ago. And it's actually a very funny show, and it's a cute cartoon, and of course it's on Adult Swim, so it's not the most innocent as well. And yeah, I just absolutely love that cartoon. If you've never seen it, don't be like me and wait forever to watch it. Go watch it, and yeah, that's all I really have to say about that cartoon. Now let's move on to my number 2. Number 2 has to go to Rick and Morty. Just like Bob's Burger, I didn't really start watching this until I say probably like a month or 2 ago, but it is actually a very interesting show. It's definitely hard not to put this at number 1, but this show, basically you follow the adventures of Rick and Morty. Rick is a drunk who burps all the time and is definitely not the most best person, I guess. And then Morty is his grandson. They go on adventures to different galaxies, and it's definitely a very interesting show. Like I said before, not the most innocent. I don't really think any of these are. And if you've never seen it, you should definitely go check it out because it is definitely a very, very interesting show. Just all around great show. And yeah, so let's move on to my number 1 spot. Now, my number 1 spot, the reason why this is my number 1 is because I have loved the show since the day it came out, and it's still going, I still love it, and my number 1 spot goes to The Cleveland Show. So basically, let me start at the beginning. Cleveland used to be in Family Guy at one point, and then his wife ended up cheating on him, and he ended up basically at first wanting to move to California because he wanted to become a famous baseball player, which you see that he has super big interest in. Well, he ends up actually going back to Virginia just to kind of visit, and then he ends up finding his lost love, who he used to love so much in high school. Um, and then they basically end up staying together. They end up getting married. He ends up taking care of the stepchildren, also his own child, Cleveland Jr., and basically you follow their um, story basically, and he ends up being accompanied by Tim the Bear, Holt, and then I can't remember the hillbilly's name. No, there's another guy, and yeah, so basically you just follow their life, and yeah, that's pretty much it. It's a really good show. I've watched it since the beginning, and if you've never seen it, you need to because it's just a very good show, and yeah, that's basically it. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, and especially if you love Adult Swim just as much as I do, and comment down below what your favorite Adult Swim cartoon is, or show, or whatever. And yeah, I'll see you guys next Wednesday, and yeah, love you guys.